On February 20th, 2026, we are going to be having a once in a lifetime, absolutely historic astrological transit of Saturn and Neptune, two of the outer planets making a great conjunction at 0 degrees, the first degree of Aries, the first sign, something that we call the world axis. This is not normal astrology whatsoever. This is absolutely life-changing for each of us personally, world-changing for the whole collective. In this video, I'm going to break down what this means for the general collective and also each of the 12 sun, moon, and rising signs. Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is megmoonbeam, and welcome back to my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a like, consider pressing subscribe, and maybe leave a comment below to help with the channel's growth. Share this video out. This feels like, and I know this is going to sound really crazy, but one of the most important videos I've ever done. And I have to be honest and say that I'm at a bit of a loss for words, okay? Because anybody who is telling you right now that they know exactly what is going on right now or exactly what is happening, first of all, I think that's a really big red flag. And even though I am a professional Western astrologer, an intuitive psychic medium, and I do make predictions, I am not going to sit here and pretend with you guys that I know exactly how this is going to play out. I am going to make some predictions, and we are going to talk about some themes, but this is such an unprecedented astrological aspect that I'm really at a loss for words, to be honest with you guys. And I'm having a really hard time kind of making this video. Like I've made notes in my mind, and I have notes written down, and I've prepared it as I always do. But the level of how big of a deal this is, it is insane. It is something that we have never had anything like this in any of our lives. It does not matter how old you are right now, what year you were born, what generations you've lived through. This is not only a great conjunction, or some astrologers say grand conjunction, between two of the outer planets. It's two of the outer planets at 0 degrees of Aries. First degree, first sign, what we call the world axis. So, okay, we're going to break this down. Before we get into that, just a few housekeeping things. First of all, I do offer personal astrology readings, webinars, courses, all kinds of different offerings. You can check all that out at my website, megmoonbeam.com. Links are in the description box below. My readings at the moment are booking into April and May of 2026. And we are going to be having, as a part of my Astrology Club membership, our Astrology Club Class 2 this upcoming Sunday, February 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern on eclipses, the significance of eclipses in astrology, as well as pre and post natal eclipses. You can check out my memberships, Premium and Astrology Club, over at my website. And also the weekend of March 13th to 15th, Sunny and I will be at the Meta Expo in Toronto with our Scorpling Shop booth. So come meet us in person, check out our Christie's and astrology offerings, our crystals. We're going to be having lots of fun at the Meta Expo. I'll put the link below as well. There's so much to say with this Saturn-Neptune conjunction, and this is not regular astrology, okay? So if you have been feeling weird, not normal, I mean, it's been not normal astrology for a really long time, but this is really, it feels like once we have this conjunction on February 20th, it is a doorway I'm seeing psychically where we have crossed a threshold and we are entering a whole new world. And it's really interesting. The past few days, Jens and I have been at a family event, and we've been in Las Vegas. And, I've been explaining to some people that I'm a professional astrologer, and it's really interesting to see people's reactions to that. And I've been noticing that some people, they want like astrology or the metaphysical proven right away, right? So with this Saturn Neptune conjunction, we are probably going to see huge historical world events on the day of the conjunction, which is February 20th. But also in astrology, things play out in the days, weeks, months, and even years after a conjunction. If we look at one of the last great conjunctions that we had, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction at 22 degrees Capricorn degree in the sign of Capricorn, which was on, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, January 12th. Sorry if that's not the exact date, you guys, but it was in January 2020. Two of the malefic planets in a malefic sign at a malefic degree conjunct. And myself and other astrologers knew, oh, this is going to be a fucked up year. 2020, Saturn and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn at 22 degrees. Now, it didn't just play out on January 12th. With Saturn aspects in particular, it plays out over time. Granddaddy Saturn rules time. And what did we have in that year? We had a total government overreach, Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, totalitarianism, globalism, the New World Order. Can I say that on YouTube? I'm saying it on YouTube today. Okay, I'm going to be going hard today, and I'm going to be giving it very, very straight to you guys, because this astrological aspect is a portal, and it's very important for us to be mindful what portal we're entering into with this conjunction. Okay, so yes, you're going to see big things happening on February 20th. I saw somebody in the comments the other day said, ha 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 ha, you made predictions for the Aquarius eclipse and nothing happened on that day. What? We have things happen in the months, weeks, days leading up to eclipse, the day of, and afterward, and it goes the same for this conjunction. You bet your bottom dollar the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video and other real deal Western astrologers, what we're going to be mentioning, it's not just going to play out on February 20th. It's in the days, weeks, and months to come. Remember, Saturn rules time, and Saturn moves slowly. Saturn rules delays and things taking a long time, and nothing easy, nothing quick. But it's funny because this Saturn-Neptune conjunction, Saturn time, things taking a long time, happening in Aries, fast. So the effects of this conjunction are going to last for a long time, but they're going to play out fast when they do play out. Okay, and we're going to get into the specifics of that in this video. We're going to talk about the collective influence, each of the 12 signs. So really not regular that this conjunction is at 0 degrees of Aries, which is what we call the world axis. What does that mean? This affects the whole freaking world, every aspect of the world as we know it, humanity as we know it. We have not had Saturn-Neptune conjunct for over 6,000 years. And it's interesting, as I was preparing for this video, maybe it was Granddaddy Saturn, as I like to call him, really connecting with me, because there was a couple things that I usually do in my videos where I really felt like, no, you don't have to bring that certain aspect up. Like, for example, I wanted to look at, okay, what was happening 6,000 years ago in the history, and let's draw the parallels of what was going on then to what was going on now. And I kind of felt Spirit and maybe Saturn's energy going, you've been lied to about your history, honey. Okay, the lies go very, very deep. I'm feeling that with the energy of this aspect. The lies, Neptune rules lies, illusion, brainwashing, mind control, goes really freaking deep. Deeper than even those of us in the consciousness community have gone, are willing to go to this point. So even when it comes to history, what happened 6,000 years ago? Okay, I think we're going to be connecting back with that as we come out of the age of Pisces and things become more and more clearer out of all this Pisces energy we've been in. But our history books and the interwebs are not telling us truthfully what happened 6,000 years ago. So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and bring up the historical events, all that kind of stuff. Everything in astrology is ruled by a planet and a sign. Okay, so there's a lot of different areas and avenues that this Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries is affecting. One of the big things that Saturn rules is history, time, the systems and structures of life, governments, politicians, the matrix. Saturn is the matrix. Saturn is the most highest levels of responsibility. It's our work, it's our responsibility, it's our long-term goals. It's reality and realism and reality checks. It's our authority figures and our elders, our parents and our grandparents, among many other things. So those areas of life are going through a Neptune and an Aries influence. They are dissolving. Neptune is dissolving. Neptune is healing. Neptune is letting go. To me, Saturn and Neptune coming together is a karmic ending, a huge point of a karmic ending. But in Aries and at 0 degrees is a new beginning as well. So this aspect is trippy because it's major endings with a new blossoming and a new beginning as well. I think the likes of which we have never seen before in our lives. This is why this is very wild, and it feels, to be honest with you guys, a bit surreal for me as an astrologer to be alive during an astrological aspect like this. Like I said, I feel a little bit at a loss for words because it is such a big energy, and we're going to see this year, after this conjunction has happened around February 20th, again, the days, weeks, months after, our world completely change. Our matrix completely change. Our systems and structures completely change. And it's going to be fast when these things happen. And that is going to be challenging because, many of us have been waiting a long time for certain systems and structures and power dynamics to change. And we are really going to start to see that. And thank you, universe. I'm also feeling like I digressed for a moment and I didn't finish an earlier thought that I'm feeling a very strong message coming through with this aspect of like, be humble and be in humility, because many of us are going through ego deaths, identity deaths, things that you thought were a certain way or accurate or real are not. And these are things that many of us have been identifying with. Okay. Like if, you're a historian, for example, ruled by Saturn, that's a total identity death of, if using the example of a historian, if you've gone to school and you have a degree in history and you've been teaching people history based off this degree and education that you've had for 40 freaking years, and then you come to realize this year that actually all of that was bullshit, that's a huge identity death. That's a huge ego death, right? Or if you thought the right was going to save us all and that they were actually the good guys and Trump is perfect, probably going to be disappointed. And probably I'm going to get some unfollows from saying that. But the savior belief is over. This Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries is the reality check that no one is coming to save you. Is it possible that there's a behind the scenes group of people together and they've been helping humanity and they've been doing good things and they're trying to do their best and Trump is a part of that? It's possible. Anything's possible. And I think we're already starting to see things getting very clear that that administration, the current Trump administration, is not perfect. There have been promises that have not been kept, that are extremely disappointing. And to be quite frank with you guys, some very disturbing behavior that I've witnessed in the recent days, weeks, and months from people a part of that administration. And I'm just using that as an example. That's not the only place where people are going to have a identity death or ego death. Also with the left, 100%, both sides, 100%, and all kinds of other different avenues. But just using that as an example, because many of us in kind of the awake community in recent months or recent year, we've kind of looked at that group, and not all of us, but many of us, as, oh my God, yay, Trump is elected and RFK Jr. is in there, and oh my God, Cash Patel and Pat Bondi and all the, Pam Bondi, not Pat Bondi, all these people, yeah, they're coming in and they're coming to save the day. And this is just one example of this, you guys. There's many different examples, but I'm really feeling with this aspect, it's like the reality check of, you gave your power away again. You gave your power away again. And it's time to take it back. Good news with this conjunction, and I have a lot of good news. Okay, there's some freaky things, but good news. We are all being humbled. We are all being humbled. And I'll be honest, I keep it completely real with you guys. There's some people and some groups that I was associating myself with that I thought were really good and they were on the right side, and come to realize, no, not at all. Not everything is as it seems right now. I hope this makes sense how I'm saying this, and I'm not trying to be like, you're wrong if you like Trump. That's not what I'm saying. There's aspects about Trump that I like. Everybody's playing a role. We are living in a theater production movie that is playing out. Not everything is as it seems. Okay. Also, like, as I'm filming this today, Prince Andrew has been arrested. And as soon as I saw that, oh yeah, shared it on my socials. Prince Andrew's been arrested. Woohoo! And then as I was preparing for this video, I had like a moment I feel with Saturn and Neptune's energy together going, Meg, you really think that guy's arrested? Now, I could be wrong on that. That's just what I'm intuitively feeling. But there is very big deception going on right now. Extreme. We are coming out of Age of Pisces that we've been in for 2,000 years, and all our physical ancestors for the whole past 2,000 years, and many of us have had lifetimes with the whole past 2,000 years, have been in an age of illusion and lies. And we've been living at the end of that age, and we've just survived Neptune in Pisces the past 13 years. And we're all been under a mind control. Okay, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, whether you're in the middle, whether you're upstairs, downstairs, whatever, there are frequency wars. I may sound totally crazy right now, but this is just channeling through me. There has been lies from every side, from so many different aspects, and especially right now with this Saturn-Neptune conjunction. I want you guys to be aware of something. Neptune, up until this exact conjunction moment, has been stronger than Saturn. What do I mean by that? Neptune has been ahead. So for most of this time that we've had Saturn and Neptune conjunct within a very strong orb, let me bring up the chart. Okay. Neptune has actually been ahead of Saturn, making Neptune stronger than Saturn. Once this conjunction happens, Saturn overpasses Neptune, and Saturn starts to strengthen with every day that goes by. And by the time we get to the beginning of May, Saturn and Neptune will no longer be within a 5-degree orb. So the Neptune influence is still very strong. Neptune's the ruler of Pisces. Again, what is Neptune? I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. It is lies and deception, hidden enemies, and not everything you see is real. Saviors right now, heroes right now, I'm hearing intuitively, it's a joke. So part of the challenge of this Saturn-Neptune conjunction is huge disappointment and challenge in processing that, whether it's a person, whether it's an institution, whether it's a belief, whatever the heck it is, there are things that we have been lied to about on a deep level, on the ancestral level. It goes even past us in this lifetime, that we are unraveling and we are processing through. And again, it's an ego death. It's an identity death. Because if you, like, let's say you're a liberal and Hillary Clinton is your most favorite person in the whole world, and that's been your identity. And all this stuff is coming out in the Epstein files, and we're going to have Bill and Hillary Clinton supposedly be questioned by is it the House of Representatives, the Congress? Sorry, you guys, I'm a Canadian, I'm not American. The end of this month. That's going to be very interesting. What if they get arrested, right? What if everybody turns online to actually they're crazy psychopaths? Is that what you're going to still identify with? Right? Or with Trump, for an example. If he actually isn't a good guy and that comes out, and there's a whole bunch of people that have been identifying with that this is our savior, this is our hero. Oh my God, he's in charge of the freaking white hats and all this stuff. What if he's not? I'm just sharing that question right now. Who are you idolizing? What are you idolizing? Whether it's a person, an institution, belief. Is that something that has been implanted into you? Is that something that you know for a 100% fact? Saturn fact. Saturn fact is actually the proof of 100% because you were there and you've seen it. We don't have a lot of concrete facts because there's been so much projections and screens and manipulation, and AI being used for, I think, a very long time, longer than we think, to the level that it's coming out now to the public. So this Saturn-Neptune conjunction on the personal level is huge lies being revealed, truths coming out, having to do with our history, our politics, our systems and structures, financial system. And as those things come to light, who are you moving forward from that? Right? The disposer of this conjunction is Mars, who's at 22 degrees of Aquarius at the exact time of the conjunction. Aquarius rules many things: freedom, the collective of humanity, higher consciousness, spiritual science. It's also the financial markets. There is going to be some sort of death of a currency, I'm not a financial expert, but of something financial soon. The truth about the financial markets being revealed, once certain people learn that actually much about taxes is a lie and the financial system is a lie, and they've been working their whole lives believing in that, their retirement, 401k, who are you after that? Who are you after you realize all that? And I'm sorry if what I'm saying, how I'm talking sounds kind of down, but this is the reality. This is part of the challenge, is the Saturn huge reality check around the lies, Neptune, that have been tied to the systems and structures holding humanity down. It's all coming out in the sign of Aries. Your power, your masculine side. Where have you been used? Where have you been abused? Where have you given your power away? And that's hard to face. And guess what comes out of that? When you realize you've been lied to in many different areas, if you haven't realized that already, and you've given your power away, or that your ancestors gave their power away, anger and frustration come up, ruled by Aries, which is not easy to go through, but thank God that we're about to see a lot more people taking action based on anger and frustration. We're at this point, and I don't know if you guys feel this, where people are not just going to be sitting around anymore. We're at a point, we're at a threshold when this conjunction happens, and with the dispositor being in the sign of Aquarius, Mars in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, in a sextile to Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus in a sextile to Saturn, Neptune. Thank God we've got those other two outer planets in positive aspect to the Saturn, Neptune conjunction. That's actually a really positive thing. But with this strong Uranus Aquarius influence, the people rising up, we are going to rise up and connect even deeper. This is the destruction of the matrix and the lies and the mind control, and the revealing of that, and the realizing that no one is coming here to save you. Okay, that's actually really unhealthy, right? And it's about Aquarius, Uranus, we the people having to come together and build the new system ourselves, make change ourselves, create justice ourselves, as community, as team, as tribe, in unity. So I think moving forward, past this Saturn Neptune conjunction point, February 20th, and moving forward, we're going to see not just people in the streets rah, 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 protesting. Yes, there will be lots of protesting, but actually taking action. People going to politicians and going to places to get answers, to get accountability, to serve justice, as an example. So it is a heavy energy, okay, because Saturn rules heaviness. Neptune is disillusionment. Neptune is also confusion. So like I've been experiencing it today, just be really mindful right now that not everything is real, especially people projecting out that they're a hero and they're the savior and they're the best and they're here to save the world. Be very careful of that. Be very careful of anybody saying things that you want to hear. And not everything is real. Like what I had with the Prince Andrew thing today. It's like, okay, he could have been taken to jail, but really? There's been so much lies, and so many people have so much little faith in the institutions that we actually need to see justice served. And I believe we are going to see that moving forward. It will be over a period of time, but part of our healing, Neptune, that has to take place of the abuse, Aries, that we've suffered, the power being given away, the frustration and anger that people feel, is we need to see it, Aries. Aries is the eyes. Aries is the present moment. Aries is the head. Aries is, oh, he was put in jail. I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, he got tried and arrested. We need to see it. We need to see it. Show it. Show us. And I'm seeing this psychically. We need a camera in that cell the entire time. We want to see that he's in that cell. This is us actually wanting boots on the ground, change and action and proof of what is going on, not just words, not just screens, not just videos, right? We've got all the AI stuff going on. Things will get clearer and clearer. I'm going to say this again, as Saturn moves away from Neptune, February 20th and onwards. It's still very illusory right now, and really until very strong until the astrological New Year, spring equinox, because we're going to be in a Mercury retrograde in Pisces from February 26th to March 20th. We're in Mercury pre-shadow right now at the time of the conjunction, with the Sun in Pisces, the North Node in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, a stellium of Pisces, and a stellium in Aries, which is weird. It's like the last sign and the first sign in the Saturn-Neptune conjunction has been in Pisces, but not exact until it's in Aries. So it's like we can feel change, and there are new beginnings, Aries, but there's also ending. And there's also a lack of clarity, and there's also confusion. And now is a time of, and I've been saying this a lot lately, not forcing anything. Do not force anything. And please, yes, be in your spirituality. Yes, use your intuition and your third eye, but also have your feet planted on the ground, Saturn, and be honest and be realistic about what's going on. Make decisions and beliefs based on what's actually rationally happening, plus your intuition. I hope that makes sense how I'm saying that. We are all going through an identity death, an ego death, a death of who we've been from this point forward. And this is a total new beginning for humanity and who we are as a human race and as a world moving forward. This Saturn-Neptune conjunction is going to bring in new leadership, conflict coming to the surface that needs to come to the surface so we can move on and heal. We will probably see heightened waves of war, military action, soldiers. I'm not calling for war, okay, but there can be threats of war, maybe lies about war. There could be a new war starting. Again, I do not want that to happen, just saying. New ways of doing war can be coming out. Leaders losing power, confusion around leaders. Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries can also be health issues, health challenge as well. So I think health-wise, a lot of us are very, very sensitive. This is highly sensitive and trying times. We have been poisoned in so many different ways. I feel like I sound a little bit negative, but it's like true. This is Saturn talking through me. The lies about the poisoning coming forward, dissolving of health institutions and health, ways of doing health that no longer serve us, reality checks around our addictions and hidden issues. Thank goodness we have Venus trine Jupiter at the time of this conjunction. Jupiter, 15 degrees of Cancer, Venus, 12 degrees of Pisces, both exalted both benefic. And yes, Saturn and Neptune, they're both malefic and they're both in a conjunction, but we got that beautiful Venus Jupiter. We've got the beautiful other two outer planets, Pluto and Uranus, sextile the conjunction. So what I'm actually feeling is it can feel very heavy, confusing, illusory, frustrating, intense right now. But over time, the effects of this conjunction are actually going to bring great healing, joy, renewal, new beginnings, positivity. Again, I'm hearing the word threshold. Very big threshold and very unexpected, surprising things coming up. The dispositor Mars in Aquarius, Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, in a square to Mars. That will be exact on, I think, February 26th. So we're leading up to that Mars, the dispositor of this conjunction in square to Uranus, exactly on the 26th. Highly unstable and weird. Let me know how you guys are feeling with this in the comments. What's also interesting too is this conjunction is conjunct the IC of the USA's chart, the bottom of the USA's chart, the beginning of the fourth astrological house. And the IC in astrology, the bottom of the astrological chart, is the most sensitive part of the chart. It's our emotions and our vulnerability and our private side. And the USA's IC is at 1 degrees of Aries, this conjunction, 0 degrees of Aries. So it's like very sensitive point for the US, leaders of the US, Saturn, being dissolved, Neptune, the politics and the governments being dissolved, Neptune, what you thought the country was going through a death and an ego death. Yet a totally new beginning happening at the same time, which is very, very sensitive. I feel like one of my predictions is I think we're going to see a third party arise. I think we're going to see a new political party arise in the very near future in the United States. I think this two-party system is not really working. It doesn't really make sense moving forward, and it proves time and time again to be, divide and conquer, wings of the same bird, if you will. And, Aries is our identity, so there's new identities, new ways of doing politics. Saturn, the dispositor of the conjunction Mars in Aquarius, is parties, political parties, groups. Square Uranus. I think one day in the very near future, could literally be on the 20th or days around it, weeks around it, the months after it, there will be a new party announced that is not a bullshit party. It will be a real deal option with very fresh new energy. And I think a lot of people are going to be drawn to that. I'm feeling that very, very strong. We always see with Saturn Neptune conjunctions, which happen about every 36 years, huge geopolitical changes. The last time we had a Saturn Neptune conjunction, I think it was 1989, the end of the Cold War, the Berlin Wall fell. Before that, I think it was in the 50s, it was the aftermath of World War II, and there was, a lot of different geopolitical changes happening around then as well. Allies can change with this. Yeah, there's so much to say to this. I don't want to make this part too long because I want to go into each of the 12 signs, but I'm just looking at my notes here. This really is a battle of our souls. Aries is the battle, Neptune is the soul, Saturn is the matrix. Dissolving of illusions and lies. Dissolving of our systems and structures of life. Major changes to health, healing modalities, spirituality. We've had Deepak Chopra be exposed recently. Many politicians be exposed recently. Prince Andrew supposedly arrested. Okay, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. It's like, don't just believe anything right now. Very important. Major changes to government, laws, orders, leaders losing their power, confusion around leaders, issues with things ruled by Neptune, which is water, boats, the seas, dreamy places, sacred sites, religious sites, temples. Be mindful of the water right now and the water you're drinking and where you go. That's a spiritual site or location, or who you're associated with, who you look up to spiritually. Major reality checks can be coming up with this aspect around our addictions and hidden issues. Neptune. I actually think that this is a really good time to be as sober as possible. Just an invitation out there. And yeah, I think those are the main things I wanted to say about the conjunction just in general. And it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have a different view. We do not need to all be the same, but now is a time where we need to come together or we are going to fall apart. So this is a time where, yes, frustrations can be high, triggers can be really high. Those are ruled by Aries, but we need to be mindful of what truly matters, what is truly worth the fight right now. And I'm just personally coming to see more and more that there has been so much programming to keep us divided, to keep us in these identity politics, to keep us separated from all coming together as humanity with our differences, right? Because there is so many more of us, we the people, the 99%, than the 1% that is being exposed and losing their power right now. Big time. And they're not going to survive the shift into the age of Aquarius. It's all in the stars. We're just playing things out. Be open to your neighbors. Be open to old friends, new friends, community, new groups, differences, and honoring people's differences, being able to share the room and share space with people and uniting as humans, souls having this human experience, that is a gift, that we are all different and unique. And how boring would it be if we were all the same and we all thought the same? That's a nightmare, actually, when you think about that. So, okay. Huge world changes. I probably said that like 10 times. Also huge personal changes. So we're going to go through each of the 12 signs. I invite you to listen to your rising and sun. Most importantly, you can also listen to your moon for more personal, family, and home emotional interpretations as well. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling the effects of this conjunction. What's your sun, moon, and rising? What's coming up for you? Very curious to hear from you all. And now we're going to get into each of the 12 signs. And I'm going to change my chart here. We're going to put this to whole sign and start with our Aries. Okay, Aries. And I'm going to give it to you all straight. Okay, some of you guys might not like it. I'm going to give it to you straight. This is my moon in Capricorn, Capricorn stellium. I'm Saturn dominant in my chart. Here we go. Aries. Aries. This is funny that we're starting with you guys. You are having the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in your sign. 0 degrees. This is, I'm going to go out on a limb here, okay? This is the biggest aspect of your life, Aries. And I'm having chills all over my whole body right now. What are you doing, Aries? What are you doing? Okay. If you are doing things in integrity right now and in your values and for your highest good and in alignment with others' highest good, this can actually be a time of karmic rewards. Saturn is karma. Neptune also has to do with karma. If you are acting out of alignment in any sort of way to yourself, to another person or thing, this is a time of huge challenge. I'm going to be completely straight and completely honest with you, Aries. Saturn and Neptune conjunct in your sign, in your first house. Aries, you're the ones that you're going to get the biggest cosmic kicks in the butt right now if you are not being smart. If you are being silly, if you are acting weird. And I will tell you honestly, I have Aries in my life that are, they're living from their heart, they're being themselves. And I'm very excited to see what's going to come for them with this conjunction. And there's also some Aries that I know that are, wow, they're acting extremely out of alignment. And to be honest with you, it is actually scary. Okay. It is to have Saturn, Neptune conjunct in your time. This is a time of karma. Karma, 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 good or bad. So be very mindful what you are feeding. I'm hearing Spirit say, what wolf are you feeding right now? Have you guys ever heard of that quote, like the wolf that you're feeding? Is it the good wolf or is it the bad wolf? Because if you're feeding that shadow side right now, and it's not that none of us are perfect, okay, you don't need to be perfect. It's not about that. If you are like lying to yourself or screwing somebody over or playing a freaking game, good luck with that, Aries. Okay. And that's probably not most of you, but if you are listening to this and you're like, oh, damn, you know what? Yeah, that's that thing that I did to that person or I did to myself. You know what? That was actually really not in alignment. And maybe I need to atone for that. This is a time of atonement. This is a time of dissolving of your identity and how you show up and major karmic accountability coming your way. Huge. Saturn is the Lord of your 10th and 11th house, and Neptune is the Lord of your 12th house. So you're also going to see this aspect not just play out in your first house of self, your identity, how you show up in your foundation in life, but also how you're acting in work and on the public stage and with friends. 11th house, people that you've been friends with and associated with, and teams. And your 12th house of, again, karma, karmic undoing, and past lives. So, Aries, there can be a lot coming up for you right now. There probably is a lot for Aries coming up. I'm hearing that some of you, Aries, might be overwhelmed by the amount of processing and things that are coming up. You are not going crazy. And this is a very important time to be consciously working on yourself. And I know that this can be challenging for Aries, like being patient, taking time, taking things slow. Do not rush into anything right now. Do not force anything right now. And I think this is actually a good time for isolation, going on a spiritual retreat, taking major accountability of what's in alignment, what's not in alignment, and being very, very honest with yourself, maybe taking a break, taking stock of where you're at in life. Wow. I don't know if you guys heard that, but something just like crashed very loud outside from where I am. So there was this very loud sound just as I was finishing talking to you guys, kind of like universe going bam. Let's pull a card for our Aries for this Saturn Neptune conjunction. Okay. Many of you will be going through some sort of major challenge, but also opportunity of how you deal with it and new beginnings. Okay. We've got the 9 of Cups reversed. Okay. So the Nine of Cups reverse, and sorry, this is a little bit blurry. Let's make it not blurry. He can have to do with selfishness, greed, materialism, mistakes, imperfections. Okay. So Aries, again, if you've done things that are really out of alignment to yourself or others, this I'm just going to give it to you straight. And I know some of you guys might not like this time, but this is a time of that karma coming forward. Okay. This is a time of major shadow work and revealing of what is alignment and what is working. And if you have had imperfections happen to you or mistakes happen to you, this is a karmic justice to you. Nine of Cups is also like, be honest about what's real and not real, and what's a fantasy, and what do you think is a certain way that might actually be a completely other different way. So yeah, this is huge life changes, Aries. All reversed cards. So needing to come into a balance, an alignment, slow down. I'm hearing slow down, stop, take a look at your life, be honest with yourself about what works, what doesn't work, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Four of Swords reversed. Okay. So I'm actually feeling like there is a need for rest. There is a need to stop and take stock and not move super fast right now. Some of you may be burnt out. Some of you may be exhausted. That is your body and your spirit saying, stop, make time for healing. Okay. Maybe because you have Saturn ruling the 10th and 11th and Neptune the 12th. I'm feeling many of you may be burnt out from work. Many of you may have a challenging situation with work or an authority figure that is actually is not what you think it is, or your learning is not what you think it is, or you're in a job that you thought you loved, but you don't. And that's completely changing as well. Lying to yourself, or is there somewhere that you're lying to yourself? Wow, the Emperor. Any challenge that is happening right now is an initiation into you. This is an Aries card, into you even more, into your Aries badass self. So when we have these challenging transits in astrology, we don't want to go, oh, woe is me, I'm a victim, this sucks. It's upgrading you, it's testing you, it's up-leveling you. Okay, Aries, we need you guys right now. We need our warriors. You're our Aries warriors. You're our emperors. Are you using your power for good or for bad on yourself and others? Where are you ambitious, and does that serve you? And is your masculine side in harmony with your feminine? Balance of the masculine and the feminine may be needed. Okay. Aries, I am sending my love to you all. Okay. I think you will best get through this time if you take it easy, don't overbook yourself, do healing work, do an audit of your life, do a whole life audit. Okay. And pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, and work through this transit consciously. I know you guys like to move fast, move through it consciously, and you are going to go through a huge freaking up level. Biggest transit of your life. Love you all. Sending lots of love your way. All right. Tauruses, my fellow Taurus, rising sun and moons. Woo! Are you guys feeling it? Oh my gosh. We are having this Saturn Neptune conjunction in our 12th house. Oh my God. Neptune is at home in the 12th house. Neptune is now in our 12th house in Aries until 2039. Whoa. So we are one of the signs that is really being affected by this Saturn Neptune conjunction big time. We are going through major dissolving of karma and issues of self-undoing. okay? Where we give our power away, bringing it back to us. That invitation is there. Many Tauruses may be going through a challenge that is secret or behind the scenes. 12th house is behind the scenes, secret, not in the public eye. So this is a time during this Saturn-Neptune conjunction where it's actually good for you if there are any challenges going on. Saturn rules challenge, and Neptune can be quite challenging as well. This is not the time to be like screaming it out of the rooftops in public. This is actually a time of being in the back, being behind the scenes, talking to a therapist, talking to your family, talking to your friends, talking to the people that you trust, not putting it totally out there. Very important time for that. There can be a lot going on behind the scenes, privately or secretly for you. And it's also a time of huge spiritual development, your intuition getting very strong. There can be very profound dreams and healing of deep-seated karmic issues and addictions. Well, you may have work becoming more 12th house-like. Again, 12th house is behind the scenes, creativity. Saturn can have to do with work. I think regular meditation is very important for Tauruses with this transit. I want you guys to watch out for escapism, drug use, releasing your energy out in unhealthy ways. Be mindful of that. I think it's good to do Aries ruled things to work through some of the major releases and potential challenges that might be coming up right now, like physical exercise, saunas, working with heat, all that kind of stuff. Saturn is the lord of your 9th and your 10th house, and Neptune is the lord of your 11th house. So you're also having this conjunction affect those areas of your travel, beliefs, work, long-term goals, friends, and group associations as well. So it's interesting because there can be challenge or big life changes happening in those public areas, but it's like you're processing them behind the scenes, or there's secrets behind the scenes that not everybody knows about yourself or another person or situation that you're dealing with. Very powerful time, Taurus, for healing, rest, spirituality, and taking it slow with what you put out there in the world and taking your power back through spiritual practices, through physical exercise. This can be a really good time for Tauruses for past life work, QHHT. There can be a lot of past life memory and healing coming forward as well. Okay, Taurus, let's pull a card for us. What is our card for the Saturn-Neptune conjunction? Whew. I said that for the Aries too. Okay. The Tower reversed. All right. The Tower reversed is still a Tower moment. This is a Tower moment, but it's not like a total Tower upright where it's a complete shit show and everything falls apart. I'm hearing many Tauruses have had the Tower moment and you're in the fallout of that Tower moment. Many Tauruses have not made the time to process the issues at hand, some of the trauma that's happened recently, some of the big life changes. This Saturn-Neptune conjunction and the time preceding it, I'm hearing go on a trip, go to a beautiful place, go to a retreat center, go to a sacred site. Make the time to process the Tower that you've recently gone through, the Tower moment that you've recently gone through. And if you're like, Meg, what the heck is the Tower moment I've recently gone through? Whatever is the first thing that comes into your head, or if it's more than one thing, that's what it is. Okay? Sending lots of love your way, Tauruses. Have a very happy Saturn-Neptune conjunction. All right, Geminis. Gemmies. you are having this Saturn Neptune conjunction in your 11th astrological house. So you're going through a major time of endings, dissolving of karma, but also new beginnings in your 11th astrological house of your friends, community, group associations, your long-term goals of the future, your wishes, dreams, and aspirations, your relationship to technology and social media and innovation, networking as well. Saturn is very strong here. Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius and the 11th house. So Saturn likes to be here. Okay. And this Saturn Neptune conjunction is making a sextile to Gemini placements. If you've got a placement 0 degrees of Gemini, you're having an exact sextile of this conjunction to your placement, or within 5 degrees either side, or 5 degrees, sorry, of the early degrees of Gemini. I feel like you're one of the signs that is going to get through this conjunction the easiest, if you will. But there's still an element of challenge and initiation no matter what sign you are. So there may be challenge or issue karma coming out again with friends, with connections that you have, with the team that you're connected with if there is work with a friend or work with the team or a group. There may be a challenge with how technology, 11th house, is affecting your work or the work that you want to be doing. But this conjunction is actually offering an opportunity, sextiles are opportunity to you moving forward. What are the opportunities coming up for you right now, Gemini? Are you open to them? Are you paying attention? I'm hearing the universe say, we're giving you opportunities. We're giving you the goods. Are you taking it? Are you seeing it? What is your role into the future? 11th house in Aquarius. Saturn is the lord of your 8th house and your 9th house, and Neptune is the lord of your 10th house. So there's also an influence over those areas of life for you. With this aspect, your merged resources, travel, beliefs, foreign people, places, things, and your work as well. So being mindful of those areas and paying attention to reality checks of those areas. And, this Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in your 11th and affecting that 8th, 9th, 10th house as well. This is all in your visible sky part of the chart, the upper part of the chart, your public life, being seen publicly out there. I keep hearing Spirit saying to you, Gemini, what is your purpose? What do you want to be doing? Are you doing that? What are you offering the world? What do you want to offer the world? This is a great time for dreaming and envisioning your future and taking action on moving forward into the future that you want, specifically related to friendships and work and community associations. Your card for this conjunction is the 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. This guy, he's a little bit holding on too tightly to those pentacles. Okay, what are you holding on too tightly, Gemini? Are you scared to let a friendship go? Are you scared to let a group association go, a work role go, financial stream go? Let go of control. Okay, let go of over materialism. It's not all about money. Of course, we have money and we need to pay for things, but don't sell yourself out to something that doesn't feel good just for the sake of money or total security or control. Okay, I'm going to pull a bonus card. Ooh, bonus card, 8 of Swords. You guys are holding on too tightly of something or scared to move on or let a person or thing go. Maybe you're over worrying. I'm hearing some Geminis are over worrying about a friend or somebody in your life. And this Saturn Neptune conjunction in the 11th, it's like, let go of what's not yours. And you may be giving a lot to somebody or multiple people where actually that energy is needed back to you to nourish your own cup in life. Okay, Geminis, hope that resonated. Happy Saturn Neptune conjunction, and I'm sending a lot of love your way. Okay, Cancers, what's going on, Cancies? You are having the Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in your 10th astrological house. Okay, woohoo! You are also one of the signs that is really going to be affected by this conjunction and really, really feeling it very, very strong. Okay, this is because Saturn is at home in the 10th astrological house. Also, Cancer placements are having a square to this Saturn Neptune conjunction because they're both cardinal signs. So if you've got any placements at 0 degrees of Cancer, you're having an exact square to that placement with this conjunction, excuse me, or within the first 5 degrees, very strong of Cancer, this is going to be a very strong square to this conjunction. So this is a tension point. Cancers, this can feel quite heavy for you guys when it comes to career, your long-term goals, parents, grandparents, your elders, authority figures, if you will, huge dissolving of karma going on for you guys. There may be very big responsibilities that are coming up for you, new forms of responsibility, whether that's work or personally, having to do with an older family member or person in your life that are coming in. But there's also likely responsibilities or work situations that can be coming to an ending point as well. You are one of the most emotional signs. So, with this being in a very heavy house, the top house, you may be feeling really emotionally sensitive, a little bit more prone to like depression. Okay. I don't want you guys feeling depressed, but just saying 10th house Saturn, this Capricorn energy, it is heaviness, depression, feeling unsatisfactory. So if you've been feeling that lately, probably because you've got this Saturn Neptune conjunction in your 10th house, but that feeling is bringing in a heaviness, a weight, a reality check for you to pay attention to your work or your responsibilities or where you're putting your energy to up level it, to transform it into something new that feels better and even more in alignment. Saturn's the lord of your 7th and your 8th house, and Neptune is the lord of your 9th house. So you're also having this conjunction really activate and highlight those areas of as well. Your committed relationships, shared resources, and beliefs, and higher knowledge and travel too. So there can be a lot going on with relationships, with power dynamics in relationships as well. Many cancers I know have very interesting love lives at the moment and reality checks going on with that too. And cancers, where are you giving your energy away to? Are you giving enough energy to yourself? Are you taking accountability for yourself? Are you feeling empowered with your long-term goals and works and relationship? Are you not feeling empowered? And if so, what changes need to be made there? There can be very big changes happening now and coming up with work, relationships, and long-term goals and responsibilities. Let's pull a card for our Cancies for this conjunction. Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay. Knight of Swords. You are strong, energetic, and ready to take on the world. Okay, Cancers, I like this for you guys. I like this for you. Be fearless at this time. Use your, interesting, I'm hearing mental acuity and mental facilities. Speak clearly, set clear boundaries. Don't take no shit from nobody. Don't take no shit from nobody. I'm feeling like some of you Cancers maybe have an asshole boss right now, or there's somebody older than you or in a power position that is being not very nice to you right now, or you're dealing with a heavy situation with someone else work related, or that there's like a power dynamic there. And this won't be for every single Cancer, but I feel like a lot of you guys are going through that. Don't put up with that. Speak your truth. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put up the boundary. Okay. And if you're a Cancer not going through a situation like that, regardless, use the power of your spoken word clearly to bring back your power and to speak your heart. Okay. This is a time to be bold and be brave and fearlessly move through this transit. Some cancers, I'm going to be honest, are going to go through some very challenging issues with this transit. Again, it depends on where you've been at. Saturn and Neptune can both deal with karma. Okay. So if you've been acting weird on the karmic level, there may be some things coming back to you. Or if you've been, living from your heart, or something not nice karmically has been done to you, that can be coming back to you in that good way as well. So take it as it comes and be honest with yourself and move through this with confidence, fearlessness, and bravery. And Cancers, you guys can handle it. You can handle it. Okay, sending lots of love your way. Happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. Next, we've got our Leos. Leo, sun, moon, and risings. How are we doing, Leos? You're having the Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in your 9th astrological house. So this is a major time of dissolving of karma in those 9th house ruled areas of your beliefs, your higher learning, your teachers, guides, mentors, gurus. Many Leos, sun, moon, and risings are going through an ending or a dissolving of maybe somebody you've really looked up to, or a teacher, or a belief, or a religion, or a spiritual practice that you've been holding on to. And new teachers, new beliefs, new learning opportunities coming forward as well. Many Leos, if you're a Leo that's been spending time in a foreign place or you've been studying abroad, that may be coming to an ending point. Or if you're a Leo that wants to move to a different country, you want to make a completely new life structural change, this Saturn Neptune conjunction can be helping you with that as well. I'm hearing bringing more joy, bringing more love into your life. I think you are one of the signs, Leo, that you're actually going to fare quite well, quite better compared to a lot of the other signs, because this conjunction is making a trine to Leo placements. Okay. So it's helping you to bring in more positive structures. You're seeing the illusions and the lies and things that no longer serve you a lot clearer than some of the other signs. You're feeling to move forward. I'm feeling like Leos are actually going to feel, this is interesting, really inspired with this conjunction, more joyful, which it's not like a super joyful conjunction, but there's something about it I'm just feeling intuitively that's actually bringing you to a higher, more positive level, right? Saturn is the lord of your 6th and 7th houses, and Neptune is the lord of your 8th. So this conjunction is also having an effect on your health, day-to-day work, committed relationships, and your merged resources with others. Wow, I'm having major ringing in my ear, Leos, as I'm talking to you guys, like crazy ringing in my right ear. This is a good time if there has been some sort of health issue to face that head on. There can be some healing breakthroughs for you guys with health issues, ending of health issues that may be tied to karma, past lives, things that have gone on in the past. Reinvigorated health as well can be coming out. I'm getting, okay, this is going to sound so weird, but I'm actually feeling, for the Leos, I'm honestly feeling like a really positive effect that this Saturn Neptune conjunction is going to have. This is going to be very curious to see the other fire sign, Sagittarius, how it's going to be for them. It's making a trine. It's happening in your 9th house, which is a lucky house. It's the house of luck and good fortune. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Like my heart is being expanded and I'm feeling this like, yay, love, positivity. Okay, Leos, let me know how you're feeling. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles as your card for the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Interesting. Look back on what you have achieved and set new goals. Planning, progress, perseverance, reflection, remembering. It's like, remember, we're going through endings, but also whole new beginnings with this aspect. You're invited to look back and see how far you've come. And maybe there are belief systems or teachers or things religiously, spiritually, educationally that don't serve, but be grateful for the lessons learned. Be grateful for how far you've come. And now is a time for, I'm hearing, new direction, new planning, planting new seeds that can last into the long term, having to do with your spirituality, travel, home, your work, your passions as well. So hope that resonates, Leo. Sending lots of love your way for the Saturn Neptune conjunction, and hope that resonates with you guys. Okay, next we move on to our Virgos. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. How are we doing? Wow. Okay, Virgos. This Saturn Neptune conjunction is happening in your 8th astrological house, the Scorpio ruled areas of life. Virgos, what the heck is going on? Okay. Yeah, Virgos that I know are going through huge, like, how would I even describe this? Definitely karmic release, challenge, and drudging up huge shadow work. Like Virgos that I know are going through very big healing time right now. Saturn Neptune conjunction your 8th. This is a amazing time for great healing opportunity. We're talking real deal healing, 8th house, therapy, psychotherapy, spiritual therapy, shamanism, shadow work, healing from abuse. Aries in your 8th house, and the Saturn Neptune conjunction Aries, it's abuse, where your power's been given away, trauma, men that are in the negative masculinity, toxic masculinity, or women that have been in that toxic masculine side, inner child, Aries as well. This is a huge point of you're really being, Virgos, actually reborn. Okay, the 8th house is death and the portals between life and death. Saturn is a malefic there. Neptune is also a malefic there in a conjunction. You're going through a death. And I'm feeling, it's interesting. Some of you Virgos may be literally feeling like, oh my God, I'm dying and it's all falling apart and this is horrible right now. And there's other Virgos that are feeling really liberated by whatever you've just gone through or whatever you are going through that's coming to the surface. I'm hearing, oh, look, we've got the fireworks going off. Sorry, you guys. Liberation as I'm talking about, or fireworks as I'm talking about liberation. Look at whatever is going on actually as a liberation. You're going through a liberation from the past and what no longer serves you, and trauma and heaviness. And this is a great time for profound healing and therapy. Also wealth, creating new wealth, generational wealth. The 8th house, it's one of the financial houses. It is hidden money, passive income. This is an amazing point to be starting a new form of passive income or investing, starting a new project with a lover or a committed partner that you trust financially can go very well. And, you know, Saturn is the lord of your 5th and 6th houses. Neptune is the lord of your 7th house. So this conjunction is also affecting those areas of life, your inner child, your sense of joy and play, your confidence, being in the spotlight, your health and day-to-day work, and your committed contracts and obligations as well. So there can be very big deaths and rebirths and change and healing going on in those areas as well. Virgos, I'm very curious to hear from you all. Let me know how you're feeling. Your tarot card. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. I'm just going with the flow, you guys. For some signs, I'm pulling one. For some, I'm doing a bonus card. Okay. 5 of Wands. There's been a conflict that you've probably been dealing with, inner or outer conflict or struggle, tension, competition, maybe even jealousy that's been going on. You've already had some crazy shit go down. This is similar to who got this? Interesting. The Tauruses also got this, and you guys are both earth signs. That's very interesting. The Tauruses literally also got the tarot card reversed. So you've already had a tower moment in recent times that you are healing from. And similar message for the Taurus. It's good right now to be making time to heal through whatever that tower moment just was. And you have options. You have options. This is not a time to be going into apathy, lack of confidence. There are options. I'm hearing spirits say that. Options, options. If you're like, well, I don't have a therapist, I don't have a shaman, I don't have a astrologer or tarot reader. They're there. Go look and be open to what is being offered to you at this time to help you with your healing journey and your process, to make more money, 8th house, to bring in passive income or abundance. There are options. There are options. But there needs to be time made to heal through whatever you guys have just gone through. Let that go to clear the way forward. Sending lots of love to you, Virgos. Hope that resonates, and happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. All right, next we've got our Libras. Libras, Libras, Libras. Okay, you are having the Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in your 7th astrological house, which is your house, Libras, the 7th house of the Libra ruled areas. And this is interesting for you guys because Saturn is actually exalted in the 7th house. He does really well in the 7th house and likes to be here. But also, this Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries is making an opposition to Libra placements. So if you are a 0-degree Libra placement, or you have placement within a strong orb, I would say 5 to 10 degrees of Libra, this conjunction is making an opposition to your Libra placement, which is a challenging astrological aspect, okay? This is major dissolving of karma in your relationships, your commitments, contracts, obligation, dissolving of how you show up, and also your identity and your aesthetic and style is 7th house of Libra too. There can be a lot going on with your relationships, changes in love or work, your commitment relationships for sure, some reality checks coming up. Some of you Libras might even have lies or illusions coming up to the surface. Neptune and great healing in the relationships that are in alignment for you to be moving forward with. Okay, I want you to pay attention to any red flags, reality checks that are coming up, and be grateful for the spiritual healing and divine love and compassion that is coming in for your relationships with others. And also when it comes to your identity and who you really are. I feel like this Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries in your 7th house, it's aligning you more to who you actually are as you. You know, being a Libra, particularly if you're a Libra sun, the sun is at fall in Libra because the sun at home in Aries, and you've got Aries in your 7th house, is about you, yourself, and your identity. So you identify with others. You identify yourself with others, which is so trippy about those of you that are Libras. But you also have yourself, you for yourself. And this Saturn Neptune conjunction, I'm hearing you're coming home to yourself. You're being initiated more into yourself and letting go of other people's stuff that is not yours. This is very, very powerful. I'm hearing again, be very honest about your relationships. Saturn is the Lord of your 4th and 5th house, and Neptune is the Lord of your 6th house. So also the areas of life of home, family, your inner child, gifts and talents, and your day-to-day work and health are going through a major dissolving, but also new beginnings with the energy of this conjunction. Let's pull a tarot card for you, Libras, for this huge aspect. Oh my goodness. I'm actually going to do a shuffle. I feel like I need to do a little shuffle. We've already gone through 7 of the signs. Okay, there we go. Libra, Libra, Libra. Tarot card for this conjunction. Wow, this is what we also got for Aries. Interesting. The Four of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's a realignment needed for many Libras. There is energy that's been given away to others, things that you're feeling that actually belong to others. I think, Libra, this is a very good time to do a deep, I'm hearing deep, energetic aura cleanse, salt baths. Okay. Rest, Four of Swords, but really deep rest of letting go of other people's stuff, coming home to yourself, maybe even spending some time alone. Okay. Um, Interesting that we've also got Justice reversed, Three of Pentacles. Okay, that's so weird. Aries got all reversed and you guys got all reversed, and Aries is your opposite sign. Okay, Libras, some of you can be going through a breakup of a love relationship or a work partnership. Many of you have people around you that are actually low quality people for you, not the right people. Or some of you, Justice Reverse, have maybe even been lied to by a partner, or you haven't been seeing a partner clearly for who they are, and you're about to be seeing that. Let's see if we can zoom this in. Come on, Justice Reversed. There we go. Yeah, so please, please do an audit. I'm inviting you guys to do an audit of your relationships with others and your relationship to yourself, because it's feeling like for a lot of you, there's been something that's been off. And this is actually, it's easy. I'm hearing Spirit say, this is easy. Just spend some time alone. Okay, that may sound kind of weird. Nine of Cups. Everything has turned out well. Happiness, joy, very positive. I'm feeling like you guys just need to be by yourself, having some sacred alone time around the time of this conjunction to gain clarity on yourself and your relationships with others as well moving forward. Hope that resonates, and have a happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. Okay, my fellow Scorpios. Yo, yo, yo. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but all of a sudden I'm talking like that. How are we doing, Scorpios? Okay, we are having the Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in our 6th house of the Virgo areas, our health, our day-to-day work, our habits, organization, pets, being of service to others. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Saturn Neptune conjunction R6 is wanting us to take care of our health and our routines. I think exercise ruled by Aries is something very positive for us as Scorpios to be implementing if you haven't already brought that into your life. If you have brought that into your life, there are results, Saturn, that you may start to see around the time of this conjunction and moving on afterwards from exercise or working out or positive lifestyle changes that you've made. I am definitely, with this conjunction, going to be starting a cleanse, which I don't love to do because I am a Taurus rising. I'm a Scorpio with a Taurus rising. But I know as a Scorpio, Saturn and Neptune conjunction are 6th. It's like highlighting our health and if there are any underlying health issues. This is a good time for medical appointments, detox, cleansing, exercising, starting new health regimens, starting positive new regimens when it comes to our work and our scheduling and our organization as well. And it can be a time of new beginnings with pets and work and our health. So I feel like this is a good cosmic reset for Scorpios. Let me know how you are doing, Scorpios. And we do have, Saturn is the ruler of our 3rd and 4th house of communication, home and family. Neptune is the ruler of our 5th house of creativity, inner child, being in our gifts and talents and spotlighting them. So this Saturn Neptune conjunction is also bringing endings, but also new beginnings for us in those 3rd, 4th, and 5th house areas. Our tarot card, Scorpios, this is interesting, is this upright? Oh no, he's coming up reverse. Is the Hangman reversed? Okay, Scorpios, we need to make a change. I'm hearing we need to surrender. Okay, we need to take some action. I feel like many Scorpios are maybe being stubborn right now when it comes to your health or your work or your schedule. And I always say this with Scorpio, but it's important for us to remember that Scorpio rules self-sabotage. Isn't that great? So I've definitely been through that where it's like, no, I'm not going to floss my teeth. I'm not going to do that. Whatever. I'm just a soul having this human experience. It doesn't really matter. It does matter. Your body is your sacred temple, housing you here. I feel like specifically this has a lot to do with health. In particular, Scorpios, it's time to get real about your health and how you've been honoring your body. Okay. Knight of Swords keeps coming up for a lot of us. Yeah, move forward when it comes to your health, things that you need, that you know you need to take care of health-wise. If you're a Scorpio and you've been scared of something health-wise, funny, I was just talking to a Scorpio client about this recently. You're totally fine. Okay. For me personally, as a Scorpio, I know we come up with the weirdest situations and fears in our minds. It's crazy being a Scorpio, and I really don't like surgery. Okay, that really freaks me out as a Scorpio. And 2 years ago, I had to get 5 wisdom teeth all taken out at the same time. I had put it off for 10 years. Sorry to get graphic, but my wisdom teeth were disgusting. They were all impacted. And I kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And it finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to get these freaking teeth out. Like, I feel like some of us Scorpios right now, there's something health-wise that we're going through that we've just been putting off. And it's like the universe is going, you're safe. It's fine. Trust your body, trust your naturopath, trust your doctor that knows what the heck they're talking about, and move forward in what you have to do. Whether that's literally like there's some kind of procedure that needs to happen, or cleanse, or change. Trust in yourself. You are safe, and move ahead fearlessly. Honor your body, Scorpios. Okay, sending lots of love your way. Have a happy Saturn Neptune conjunction, and see you guys on the other side. Saggy Waggy Sagittarius. Okay. Saggies, this is interesting for you guys. You're having the Saturn Neptune conjunction in your 5th house, and it is in trine to your Sagittarius placements. Okay. Sagittarius, a fire sign, Aries, the sign that this conjunction is happening in, a fire sign. So it's going to be interesting to see what tarot card you got, because the other fire sign, Leo's, got a really good energy coming through that they're going to be positively affected. I think you Sagittarians, many Sagittarians have been going through some challenge and heaviness. You went through that whole Saturn and Pisces transit in your 4th house, Neptune and Pisces in your 4th house, really, really sensitive and heavy. And now, woohoo, thank God, Saturn and Neptune are out of your 4th into your 5th. This is dreams coming true, making your dreams come true, work dreams coming true, long-term goals, moving forward, having confidence in your long-term goals. Starting a family, Sagittarius. This is the 5th house of children, birthing projects, being in your gifts and talents. Dissolving of karma of inner child issues, confidence issues at this time, and total new beginnings when it comes to your gifts and talents, confidence, what you came here to do. This feels exciting for the Sagittarians as well. Saturn is the lord of your 2nd and your 3rd house of your values, your money, finances, 3rd house communication, and Neptune is the ruler of your 4th house of home, family, living situation. So this Saturn-Neptune conjunction is also bringing endings and major new beginnings in those areas as well. Let's see what card we've got for you guys. I'm curious. Whoa. Okay. Huh. Okay, I'm going to pull a few. I'm going intuitive with everybody's cards, so just bear with me one moment. I'm pulling 3 for you guys. Okay, there's definitely many of you guys have felt like something hasn't been working out. I feel like Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house, this has not been an easy transit that you guys have been going through, but it's over. They're in your 5th house now. You are not a failure. You are not a failure. You have gone through very big recent judgment moments and awakening of your purpose even further, and recent initiations on your spiritual journey even further. Answering the call to action creates new opportunity. Yeah, it is safe for you to take action and move forward now. I feel like many Sagittarians actually have very important things to do, and you're feeling more confident with this conjunction in doing them. 4 of Cups reversed. New solutions to old problems, new events and possibilities, enthusiasm for life, acceptance. Yeah, so I also feel like for you guys, this is bringing in fresh new energy, optimism. It's funny because Saturn in the 5th house, typically we think, oh, that's a little bit depressing, but it's Saturn in Aries conjunct Neptune in the 5th, trining your sign. So taking action on your dreams and your gifts and being open to new potentials, and you're feeling more inspired, you're feeling lighter. You have already been going through major dissolving of karma with Saturn in your 4th house. So let go. Look at this. You guys got the Magician too, of heaviness, and let go of other people's projections and shit that isn't even yours, and create that life that you want. You have the power. You have the creative power and will. And literally, like the Magician says, you can make your imagination real. You guys are making your dreams real. I'm hearing that for you over and over again, through work, through your gifts and talents, through doing what you want to do. So go do it, Sagittarius. Love you guys. Sending so much love your way. Happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. Okay, Capricorns. Woo, woo. Now the last 3 signs, it's interesting. The last 3 signs, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, you are ruled by either Saturn or Neptune. So Capricorns, Granddaddy Saturn is our ruler. Shout out to all my fellow Capricorn placements. Saturn is now in Aries, which is his fall sign. Okay, but personally, I'm actually way happier with Saturn being in Aries than Saturn being in Pisces. He's at fall in Aries, but conjunct Neptune in our 4th house, making a square to our Capricorn placements. Okay, no. It is a challenge. I'm going to be honest. I keep it real, Capricorn, but our sign rules challenge. We are ruled by Saturn. So we're not like the other signs where if they have Saturn square their placement or major Saturn aspect, it's like the first time they've ever felt Saturn in their lives. We're ruled by Saturn. So this is nothing to be freaked out about. You can handle this. Okay. Saturn Neptune conjunction in the 4th house is the dissolving of karma on the soul, ancestral, emotional levels. Capricorn, there's likely big stuff going on for your family or family members right now, your relationships to your family, your home front, if you will. I've got my moon in Capricorn, and I'm going through the process right now of moving, letting go of a place that I've been living, transitioning and finding a new place. So there's endings, but also major new beginnings in where we live, also how we live. Maybe you want to, Neptune rules far away, distant places. Maybe you want to incorporate more travel into your lifestyle. Maybe you want to make your home a dream home, make it more magical, make it more spiritual, make it more healing. This is an amazing time, Capricorn, to be spending at home, cleaning out the home, doing feng shui in the home, being honest about your home, your family relationships, your emotional well-being, emotional healing, big time. Working from home. Some of you may end a work from home situation or start a new work from home situation, making a new office, cleaning out the office. And Saturn is the ruler, of course, of your first house, second house, and Neptune is the ruler of your third house. So this conjunction is also, of course, in square to our Capricorn placements, but only if you have Capricorn placements in the first decan, very strong, the first 10 degrees. It's affecting our identity, how we show up. First house, our values and finances. Second house, and our communication and local community. Third house as well, with the lords ruling those houses. So for all of us, it's affecting us in a lot of different ways. I feel like, wow, holy Toledo. Sorry, you guys. As I read the charts, I also am touching my tarot cards and shuffling them, and two just popped out for us. I'm so happy about this one. They are both upright. Fuck yes. Okay, excuse my language, but thank you, universe. Yes. We've got the Justice card upright. Karmic justice being served. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. Okay. Many of us Capricorns, okay, this is interesting. This is a little bit different than usual. We've actually done something really well or been dealing with the situation really well, and we're getting karmic justice, truth, clarity, cause and effect. There's actually positive karma coming our way. The Knight of Wands came out as well. Sorry, Knight of Wands. Now is a good time to do what you want to do. Energy, passion, adventure. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, this is weird. This is actually saying, Capricorns, even though this conjunction is square our sign in our fourth house, which is the house of emotions, it's very sensitive. We've actually already done a lot of work. And I know I've said this before to us a lot recently. We've actually done a lot of work, and it's not that we're perfect by any means, but this is some good cards. Okay, so this is saying home improvement, life improvement, emotional improvement, karmic justice, family healing, moving forward from ancestral karma. This conjunction has a lot to do with karma. We carry a lot of stuff from our family, big time. So amazing time, Capricorn, if you want to do any healing work around ancestral karma and healing, letting go of family stuff. I've been having that recently. Like, I'm definitely a black sheep in my family for sure. And leading up to this conjunction for me personally, I've been at like a family event, and I've been around a lot of family or family friends, and most of them are very different from me. And I've just been tested in like standing in my truth, speaking my truth, being myself, not hiding myself, shining my light, shining my sparkle, we're breaking ancestral patterns right now. And we're carving out new, unique paths that may seem weird to others, but we're letting go of the projections of family, ancestors in particular, family members that might be in our current family, and we're moving forward and we're being ourselves anyways. This is a big clearing. Our ruler Saturn conjunct Neptune. This is a huge clearing. Amazing time for spiritual healing, meditation. Yeah. Hope that resonated, Capricorns. Let me know how you're feeling. Sending lots of love your way, and see you guys soon. Okay, Aquarius. You are having the Saturn-Neptune conjunction happen in your third astrological house. And this is definitely affecting you very much because your traditional planetary ruler is Granddaddy Saturn. Okay, it's a Saturn Neptune conjunction. So this very much affects you. And Aquarius, you're having big transits. I mean, geez Louise, eclipses have just entered your sign. The North Node's entering your sign this year. Pluto's in your sign. Your modern day ruler, Uranus, moving into Gemini this year. Saturn Neptune conjunction. So Aquarius, huge, huge shift and change going on for you and up leveling. Saturn and Neptune in your third house is dissolving of how you communicate, new beginnings in your communication, friendships, connection to your like-minded and local community, how you get your message out there. This is really great for entrepreneurial work, starting new entrepreneurial work, marketing, social media has a lot to do with the third house. Saturn has to do with work. In particular, if you do a spiritual healing art or creative role, this Saturn Neptune conjunction is very supportive of that for you. There can be revealing of illusions with friends, with neighbors. If you've been lied to in your local community on the local level, that can be coming up. There can be karmic justice on that level as well. Saturn is also the ruler of your first house, of your identity, foundations in life, your second house of your values and finances. And Neptune is the ruler of, Saturn is the ruler of your 12th house, your first house, and Neptune is the ruler of your second house. So your first house of identity, foundations, your 12th house of the soul, spirituality, behind the scenes, and second house of values and finances. So these areas as well, you can be going through major endings, but also new beginnings, new ideas. I've been feeling that too, like leading up to the Saturn Neptune conjunction, also being in the strong Aquarius energy and transits with the recent Aquarius eclipse, like lots of ideas and inspiration and downloads. Oh my God. Your tarot card for the Saturn Neptune conjunction Aquarius is the Ace of Pentacles. And as soon as I pulled this for you, I heard golden ticket, golden nugget, golden rooster, golden opportunity. Okay, these words are just coming through. Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to say those words again because for some reason it feels like that might mean something in particular to some of you guys. Golden ticket, golden nugget, golden rooster, golden opportunity. The time is right to take action on your ideas. I was literally just talking about this freaking leading up to this conjunction and this Aquarius eclipse. There's been ideas coming through big time, prosperity, power, opportunity, manifestation, new venture. This is a very powerful conjunction for you guys, for manifestation, for abundance, positive, 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 good fortune, setting a new path. Wow. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Dissipation of what no longer serves, waste, arguments. You're moving past that energy and stepping into really positive outcomes. So congratulations, Aquarius. Let me know how you guys are doing. What ideas have you been coming up with? Some of you guys might be becoming inventors. Or, well, you are inventors, but actually like inventing something. Okay, love you guys. Happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. Last but most certainly not least, we've got our Pisces sun, moon, and risings. Pisces, happy Saturn Neptune conjunction. This is a really big deal for you guys. Neptune is your modern day planetary ruler in this conjunction. So it is very much affecting you all, much more than some of the other signs. Saturn Neptune conjunct, just in general, I mean, you're going through major dissolving of karma, life endings, new beginnings. And specifically, this is in your second astrological house of your values, physical resources, your self-worth, confidence, abundance, revenue streams, pleasure and enjoyment in life as well. So there may be the ending in those areas, but also really cool new beginnings. And Pisces, you know, Aries in your second house, and Aries being the sign of this conjunction, is entrepreneurship, being a pioneer, being a leader. Many of you guys may be inspired to start a new business, start your own business, enter a leadership role, do something totally new and pioneering and uncharted. That is in alignment. You're getting a boost in your confidence and value and self-worth. And this is a time of healing of where you've maybe felt not of value or not worthy. I'm getting that a lot of Pisces, you've been feeling emotional lately. That's normal. You're a Pisces. There's been a lot of major transits going on. You are being renewed. This is actually making me feel like quite emotional for the Pisces, because I feel like this has not been an easy time for you as of late. Saturn in your sign, lunar eclipses in your sign, your ruler Neptune in your sign. This has been really difficult, us being in Age of Pisces and leaving that. And some Pisces have not made it. They've not survived this. It's been very challenging for the Pisces. This Saturn-Neptune conjunction, now that they are out of your sign, in Aries, moving forward in your second house of pleasure, beauty, enjoyment, abundance, your values, you are being renewed. The word for you is renewal, new birth, joy, celebration as well. I love this for you guys. This feels really, really good for you guys. Yes, there's reality checks with money and your values and your self-worth, and addictions and hedonism. If there is that, that can be second house, but this is nothing you can't handle. And I actually feel like this is turning a very positive page. Oh, we've got Saturn is the ruler of your 11th house of friends, community, also your 12th house of Pisces, of spirituality, behind the scenes work, creativity. And Neptune, of course, is the ruler of your first house. So you can have endings and new beginnings in those areas as well. Let's pull a card for our Pisces for this Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Temperance, healing, balance, tranquility, serenity, healing. You are being healed with this conjunction. You are turning a new page. You are stepping out of a dark night of the soul. This is beautiful for you guys moving forward. Letting go of this Neptune and Pisces transit, Saturn and Pisces transit, embracing this conjunction, stepping into your value. It is safe for you to be out in the world. You have gone through a lot, and this is an amazing time of healing and balance and creating new beauty in your life. Love you, Pisces. Hope that resonated. And wow, we've gone through all 12 signs, collective reading as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know I've a little bit harsh, been a little real, Saturn talking through me, but I hope you guys can appreciate that when I was talking to the collective and some of the signs in particular. This is a no joke transit. Absolutely historic, once in a lifetime. I'm so grateful to be alive with you all during these times. Thank you all so much for listening to this video, supporting my work. Whether you like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share, or actually, you know, if you ever take part in one of my webinars, courses, personal readings, offerings, really grateful to all of you during these times. Love you all so, so much. Check out my new memberships on my website, megmoonbeam.com. Astrology Club class membership is available, and class 2 will be on Sunday, February 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern on eclipses and pre and post natal eclipses. Check that out. Sunny from Pluto and I will be at the Meta Expo from the weekend of March 13th to 15th. This year. So come check us out in Toronto at the Hyatt Regency. We're going to have a lot of crystals, astrology stuff in our boutique. So come check us out. Come say hi. We're going to do limited in-person mini readings as well. So that'll be lots of fun. I'm sending so much love your way, you guys, with this conjunction. We are getting through it. We are thriving. We are awakening. We're seeing through all the BS. We are up-leveling. It is a blessing to be alive during these times, and we need to remember that and thrive through all of this. Love you all so much. Happy Saturn Neptune conjunction, and I will see you all on the other side. Bye.